Hello, and welcome to the very first edition of GCD-TV. I'm Michelle Kempema, inviting you to join us as we share stories about the people and events that make Greeley, and specifically the Greeley Creative District, such a great place to live, work, or visit, especially if you're an artist, a creative business, or a patron of the arts. Now, for those of you who haven't heard about the Greeley Creative District, it's designated as a special district that stretches from the University of Northern Colorado campus to downtown Greeley. The district is certified by Colorado Creative Industries, and funding support comes from founding partners, the City of Greeley, UNC, and the Downtown Development Authority. GCD's mission is to enhance the community's distinctive creative identity and increase its economic vitality. The district was created to provide educational and promotional support to the full spectrum of creative industries, organizations, businesses, and artists who are located right here in the heart of Greeley. There's so much creative energy flowing here in Greeley, we just have to share some of it with you. On today's program, we'll look at a community event that attempts to set a world record for the longest continuous sidewalk chalk display. We'll visit a business that wants to help you rediscover the joy of playing in mud, and we'll see some of the most unusual trees you've ever seen sprouting up along 8th Avenue. First up, in September, Greeley Creative District united the city with an attempt to break the Guinness Book of World Record for the longest continuous stretch of chalk art. Families, organizations, schools, and individuals from all around came to participate in this community event.
We have this exciting event going on today. The planning took place way back in January. We're looking for a community event that would truly bring out everyone of all ages and all abilities and come out and do an art project. And so I researched what the longest chalk drawing in the world happened to be through Guinness, and of course we started that as our inspiration. It's a 3.47 mile record. We're trying to get 3.5.
So the purpose is to bring the community out, do something that's free, fun, and just unique.
I love to draw, and I heard about the chocolate from downtown. They had the Friday night parties, the block parties. So that's where I heard about it, and so I'm just having a really good time.
This is our middle school and high school class. I'm the art teacher at J Spring. And so they decided here they wanted to freehand just maybe a tree of life. And then here we had a lot of interest in tigers. So we found a picture online. And they gridded it out. And so that's kind of what they're working on. And then obviously Josh and his love of dinosaurs, he draws them all the time in his sketchbook. And then over here we also really like tigers, which are very similar to tigers, but I guess different enough to merit their own square.
It was kind of a school event. We came here to do a thing for art class, and we're having a lot of fun.
This is the lighthouse in my hometown up in Frankfort, Michigan. Tiny little town just south of the Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore.
We kind of heard about this at, where did we learn this?
I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah, we saw it on Facebook. So we went and registered for sure. Well, we have a big family, so we figured it might be fun. Right now we're doing some dolphins and mountains. Kids are pretty creative and imaginative, so we just let them do whatever they want.
Hi, I'm Shelley Costigan with Sears Real Estate, and this is the whole Sears group we have right here. We may not be the best artists, but we do have some kind of talent. There's about 10 of us, including some of the grandchildren. But we heard about it through the chamber and through the city, and we love Greeley, and we just wanted to be here to help make this record.
And we like to do things as a community, so we decided to come out and support Greeley and to get our art on.
This is the best thing. We're the Greeley Chamber of Commerce. We've got about 7 folks out here this morning. We're drawing flowers because it's starting to be fall, so we want kind of a happy little theme. We are, through the Chamber, great partners with the City of Greeley. And so when they said they were going to do this, it's like, sign us up right now. We'll be first in line.
I'm actually here with Windsor Charter Academy, and we heard it through our principal that had this great idea that we should go in with the Chocolate event. We're super excited about the Guinness Book of World Records. We really hope we make it, and we hope that we can contribute as well. And so this is our piece. We have our Firebird, and then we have some great inspiration from our kids that had great flowers, an awesome dragon, and so we're just hoping we can help out.
We have school kids and senior groups and office clubs and all sorts of people that have turned out. We didn't really know what to expect, and this exceeds all of our expectations. So a day of fun.
For more information on Chocolat and information about upcoming events within the Greeley Creative District, visit our website at www.greeleycreativedistrict.org. Next, we visit a local business that allows people of all ages and abilities to experience the joy of clay sculpting. From the block to the kiln, the Clay Center teaches you how to mold clay into your very own work of art. Let's take a look at this unique artistic business.
The Clay Center kind of fills the niche within the Greeley community for people to come create things out of clay. You know, there's just not many things I feel that people can go out and do for entertainment other than kind of consume. And here you actually get to entertain yourself by producing something and being creative and, you know, being in a community of other artists. One of the things I find, you know, a lot of people will tell me they don't feel like they're an artist and they don't have any talent. And, you know, I can show them just a few basic things that they can do with clay, and suddenly they're just taking off making all kinds of fun stuff. The goals of the Clay Center basically are just to create a clay community in Greeley. We have classes 4 nights a week for adults. I do classes for developmentally disabled adults during the day. I also do kids classes. We even do things like having kids parties, like birthday parties, adult, you know, ladies' night out type parties. So if a group of friends just want to get together and come over and share a bottle of wine and make something out of clay, we can certainly provide that kind of an atmosphere. I think people just want to come to the Clay Center because they just really enjoy creating things out of clay. There's a lot of camaraderie here. People really enjoy each other's company. Everybody gets an opportunity to learn from each other. It's amazing how much people can just relax with a piece of clay in their hands. The more they work with clay, the more they work at the wheel, they find they get better and better. We have a lot of varieties of different ways people can fire. We have a soda kiln, a gas kiln, we have a wood kiln under construction. One of the things we plan to do at the Clay Center is bring in more guest artists to teach workshops. We've done a little bit of that and it's been very successful, and we want to continue maybe trying to bring in bigger and bigger names to teach workshops at the Clay Center. Another thing I do here at the Clay Center is kind of take the clay on the road. So if there were a camp or a preschool or a assisted living situation where they couldn't come to the Clay Center, I could actually come to them. One of the things I find most satisfying is watching other people develop their artistic style with clay. Sometimes I feel like that's more important than me creating my own work. The possibilities are endless on what people can do with clay.
The Clay Center is located at 1024 6th Avenue. For more information about classes and opportunities to work with clay, email Tim Preston at theclaycenter@gmail.com or go to his website, www.claycenternc.com. Finally, we noticed some unusual new trees that have sprouted up along 8th Avenue, just north of 16th Street. The Uptown Trees Project is part of the City of Greeley's effort to spruce up the major entry corridors to the city, and also to encourage connections between UNC and downtown Greeley. The installation of these 10 sculptural trees represents the first phase of the 8th Avenue corridor improvements. Natural trees, shrubs, and plantings in the medians will complete this phase of the project in the spring, but you can enjoy these trees year-round.
Through the City of Greeley's quality of life projects that we've been funding over a period of years, one of the areas that we focused on were entryways to the city. 8th Avenue corridor is one of our major entryways, and it's a major link between the University of Northern Colorado campus and our Greeley downtown, two very important destinations, but with a street in between that was fairly unimpressive and more utilitarian. And so a concept was devised of how we might create infrastructure in the form of medians, lighting, curb improvements, safety things for pedestrians, and that became then the entryway link between the two, and that led to the opportunity for us to look at special art along that corridor as well.
Well, we received the information for this project from our public art coordinator.
Well, I was out at a public art convention in San Diego a few years back and noticed all the sculptural trees along the bay, and they were all planted in these large planters. And I asked permission to borrow the idea since Greeley is a tree city.
We decided to pursue it. It sounded very exciting. She made all those contacts with the artists, working with the master planners, the city manager, the engineers, the construction people, the traffic people, public works, everyone that she's been able to work with.
There were a lot of city divisions that were involved. It was a big collaboration. The DDA is always collaborating with us and giving us a hand. Colette Pitcher hosting the dedication at her showcase gallery.
And especially the Park and Rec Department, who actually placed the pieces. I mean, they did such a tremendous job. It was very exciting to see them put those in place, and I think they had fun doing it. We then decided to select 10 pieces that would certainly be worthy of that 8th Avenue corridor.
For every capital project that's created in Greeley, 1% of that gets put in a pot for artwork. So as the city grows, the art grows. We want to put 5 art trees in every city block from 16th to 10th Streets.
In our projections, we hope to have 30 pieces along that corridor. We try to equal them out on each side of the street, of course. We're hoping that every year we can add something to the project.
The trees have really added kind of the exclamation point to the public work that we're doing.
I think it's a very noble process that the city of Greeley has embarked upon to utilize art as a catalyst to transform an avenue, transform the adjacent streets to that avenue, and just transform an entire city.
You know, I think it's great that the city and the Art Commission want to do something to spruce up 8th Avenue. And connect UNC to downtown.
I can't imagine how wonderful it's going to be when all of these are marching down the street and you drive into the city and you see all these unified but very individual imaginations at work.
It's so fun to have 8th Avenue coming alive with art. I can see people wanting to drive down 8th Avenue just to tour these wonderful trees.
You get to see the effort of not just yourself as an artist or other artists, but the city itself getting behind you to really beautify this community more. And I thought, man, I love the collaboration. I love everybody's effort in it.
I'm so proud of Greeley. Yeah. I love it. I've been talking this up and encouraging other artists to apply because I just think it's a beautiful idea. It's a great, strong program.
Hopefully we'll get that pedestrian traffic that will allow those individuals to walk from UNC all the way downtown and see the exciting things that are happening in our community.
For more information about the Uptown Trees project or how to be involved with the next set of art trees, visit the Greeley Public Art website at www.greeleyart.com. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us on our first GCD-TV program. We look forward to telling you more stories about the exciting things happening in our local creative district. Keep up to date with GCD by visiting our webpage at www.greeleycreativedistrict.org and like us on Facebook. For the Greeley Creative District, I'm Michelle Kempema. See you next time on GCD-TV.